I even, okay. I scoot back. No, you know what? I sit right here. Perfect, I fit in the frame now. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time because I set this all up so that I can count the bears. And first though, I have to finish making this bear head that I was working on earlier. Just so that I can count it, even though it's not totally finished. I haven't made the ears or like the bear nose yet. So first, I should introduce myself. Sit back down. My name's Jessie. I'm a recent master's graduate, and I am spending some time this summer just kind of doing some projects and stuff because I don't know when else I'm going to have this sort of time. So that's me. I like to share art and crochet, whatever my special interest art is at the moment. I've been on crochet for about a year now, and I've done a lot of crochet since then. So before that though, I was doing these really cool dioramas, and I like to watercolor in between. Yeah, that's me. Anyway, I don't know. I'm like, sorry, I'm like so nervous about having just potentially gotten my job. I don't want to like jinx anything. So I'll discuss that later, maybe. Okay, let's finish this head because this is going to be really cool. I have these, okay, I apologize because it's not going to be as much of me as my hands. So I'm trying to figure out if there's, maybe if I, can I scale that back just a little bit? Maybe just a little bit. Yeah, okay. No, it doesn't help at all. That's okay. So here's our head so far. It's almost done. Look, I match it. That's kind of cute, right? We need to put the eyeballs on because, I mean, of course. Here. If I go like that. No, I'm sorry. I'm messing with the camera on live. Awkward. Okay, because I know you're watching it horizontal if you started, and I don't want it to be like I can no longer watch this video because I have to turn. So I hope this works okay for right now because I don't want to like not be totally like, I don't want it to just be like my neck down. Okay, let's put the eyes in. Look how cool these are. Okay, I like to use my nail polish to paint them. And I just buy them on Amazon plain. So here we go. Here's those. Look how pretty they are. Okay. All we got to do is figure out which side we want the face to be. And then we decide where we want the eyes. I kind of want them like right below this like layer of fluffs. So, let's see. I'm going to, let me go ahead and, sorry, I'm trying to figure out, there we go. I'll take that out for now. We're going to, these in, I think, like right here. Yeah. That's pretty. That looks good. Okay. And before I do the other one, I've got here's the backing of it. So you just kind of like inside out for a second. So there's the back part of the eye. And you'll put that on there and we'll push until it clicks. I don't know if I got the right, I might have gotten too small of a backing for this. This is the last set of eyeballs, it sounds weird, of the, of like the bag of plain ones that I got. And it always happens that I kind of misplace some of the backings at some point. Or they don't come with the exact right number. I feel like they came with an odd number of the backing. Sorry, I had the window open this morning for the cats and there is a fly in here. So I'm looking through my handy box of bear eyes, or eyes that I can use for all the different kinds of things. But I need something a size bigger than what I just had, or like one of the flat ones that's like wide enough, like this. Actually, no, that's gonna be too small, so I need, oh, here we go. I think it might be two. It's like the exact same one that I had before, but it's bigger. Let's try. Annoyed. thought I had everything together. Eyeball. And now let's see. Yeah, no, yeah. There it is. That's the noise we want. Okay. So there's one. I like to make them kind of like looking like at each other, kind of, I don't know, almost kind of cross-eyed. So let's see, about right there, maybe a tiny bit closer. Yeah, and then just a little bit. Yeah, okay, cool. That one didn't click, but I I felt it. So you can tell too, look how like it's in, it is in there. Okay, and now we need a little bit of stuffing, and then we're just gonna close up the head, and then we'll count. Oh, I gotta introduce this week's bears, and then we'll count all the bears that I have. Excuse me for a second. You saw that. I was like, what did I just say I was gonna do? That was the line that went through my head. A little bit of self-judgment there, but I'm also like, anytime I'm on camera, I'm nervous. I don't know why I keep doing these social media things. I think it's really fun. It's like something I don't fully understand, and I just want to try to figure it out a little bit. It's kind of like a game. Like figuring out, you know, how to crochet and stuff is similar. Okay, hey, look, it's starting to take shape. Now squishy. Now I need to find, oh look, I think it's actually just right here. Like I need to find the loop, or a loop at least, that I can hook into without causing too much chaos. Oh my goodness, it's so difficult with this one. Worth it, I think. But difficult nonetheless. Okay, we're gonna say that's the, oh, I think that is actually the loop. There's so many strings, and so many of them, most of them are not the main string. Oh my gosh. It's so frustrating. I'm having to like undo some of my work so that I can get this. I had a feeling this was gonna happen, so I kind of hesitated taking out the hook. I should have used a stitch marker, which I literally have some just around the corner. Why am I having such a hard time grabbing this? Yeah, okay, can I, does that count? Is that one? Okay, that feels solid. Okay, great. So to close it up, you just kind of like double it. And oh yeah, we're gonna need more yarns. I gotta tie in this last little color here, and that'll give us the like the tail of the head that we can use to sew it onto the body. But I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna finish his head. Here's the other yarn. Here's an end. That's like the middle of it though. I want the other end. I just respun it, and it's already like so messy. That's all right. It's almost done though too. There's not that much left in there. Okay. There. Simple little knot. And let's see. Now I am going to, again, I have to just like feel on this one a little bit because it's very difficult to actually see what the stitch is. But if you feel for it, you can find it in there. It's really fun though. I mean, like I said, I think a good challenge is fun. I'm gonna get gonna get tired of this one, this yarn at some point soon though. But maybe not before I make an entire teddy bear out of it. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And then we double it up, which means I'm grabbing 2 loops instead of 1 loop. And we're just gonna keep doubling it up actually. 1, 2. And then I guess that one. There we go. Grab and can I get it? There we go. No, it wasn't. It was just a bunch of fluff. It's so silly. I think this is probably where I tied in before, so there might be a little bit of a mistake there. We're gonna roll with it. I found a place to tie in. We're just gonna move ahead. Seems like it's okay. It does need a little more stuffing. It's got like a very interesting shape to it because of how I did the fluff. So it looks like a, I don't know, like a squash shape, and the color of it also reminds me of a squash. Okay, I don't think we need this much fluff, but we definitely need this much here. Okay. And I'm gonna start with that. Put it in here. And actually, yeah, I think that might be enough. I can always add a little bit more right before I close, like completely. But that's a lot. It's a lot more round than before. I'm just giggling at like the way it looks like. It looks like a balding squash, which is really kind of endearing. So I'll take it. I didn't even show the body of this one on camera. I showed it earlier when I was doing stuff. He's so pretty. Look at all that. Texture bear. Like sensory bear. Okay, so we're going to close this up, which means I'm just going to double it up again. Sorry, this is the spot where I think I made a little bit of a mistake when I first like lost the thing. So we're gonna grab that whole thing and just do a, yeah, just gonna do a single stitch there. That'll be fine on the next round. There we go. I kind of tucked it in when I stuffed it. Okay. It's so tricky sometimes. Okay, I see it. I see it. There it is. There's 1 and 2. Okay. This time I'm just gonna do like a slip stitch through, but I'm gonna still double it and then basically pull through all of them at once. Does indeed need a little more fuss. A little bit more. Okay, Okay, I will try to hurry and finish this up because this is the least exciting part of this video, I promise. There. And let's just do one more and call it that. Maybe, if I can grab that. 1, 2, got it. Okay. Long enough to tie onto the body. Now we just pull it through. And she's done. I mean, I'm gonna do the ears later. So it's not like total. Oh, I should have just sorry. All of the yarn that I used to make the bear is right here. So all I gotta do is open this up and put this here instead of throwing it down where I just retangled it. It's okay though. The yarn is a little tricky to work with. It's a little thinner than the other ones I had. Okay, so this will go in here. A little collection of like colored yarn for later. Oh, I am gonna probably do this. Yeah. Okay. I don't need this fluffins for right now. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna introduce you to this week's bears because they're awesome and I'm really proud of them because I started doing something slightly different with this textured yarn and excuse me, and scrap yarn and stuff. So let's introduce our new characters. We are going to include this one. Okay. Oh yeah, can you imagine once we have like little ears and little nose? Okay, this is really cute because this white part looks like a beard also. Okay, love that. This one counts as yesterday's, and today I will not technically have a bear. I might start one, but there's no way I'm gonna be completing a crochet bear today, which is fine. Hello. Not totally done yet either, so that's the other thing is I still gotta attach it, and I gotta do the ears and the nose. And so there's yesterday's bear. Yesterday was Wednesday, yeah? Okay. I have other characters here. Trying to remember the order I did them. Because they're so cute. This one is just the leftover yarn from another bear that I did. And I love how it turned out. It's really small. So here's, I don't know. This was probably last Wednesday or, yeah, we're going to go with this. This one was created on Thursday last week, something like that. Here's Thursday's bear. Okay, here is where I started to get a little creative. Here's Friday's bear, a little sunshine bear. You probably already saw this one if you saw some of my other videos. And then I went back and I had this whole yarn as the perfect amount. This is actually the exact amount that I had left, which is so satisfying when that happens. So this Saturday is bear. Let's see, I think actually this one, oh my goodness, this is our woodland bears. It makes sense that he jumps. This is Monday's bear. I feel like actually that's not even, okay, whatever. We're just gonna put this here. Stop jumping. And then we have this one, which is one of my personal favorites. Look how cute. Look at these little pom-pom arms and little fuzzy feetsies. This one would be, I guess, Monday. And then we have this one, which is like her face looks a little scrunched because I haven't done anything in like this whole fluff, this whole like fake fur yarn before. I think she turned out pretty cute though. Especially because I don't know, she's like a Neapolitan bear. So this one would have been, am I already at Tuesday's bear? Yeah. And well, then I guess we're gonna have to, I don't know, I'm actually, maybe I did even more. This one is awesome too. Look how cute. Fuzzy bear. You fuzzy bear. We have the one we just did, and then this is the one that I accidentally sewed on backwards during a live. Oh, poor baby still has his booty in the front, but that's okay. I'll fix it in a little bit. But look, this is an extra large bear. See? It's like twice the size. Fantastic. Very cute, very fluffy. Okay. Are we ready to start counting? Have you gotten your guess in on how many bears are here? How many bears are here? How many bears have I created since I, basically what happened, I'll tell you the story of the bears and then we will count the bears. I will give you like 5 more seconds to guess after I tell the story. Think about it while I'm telling the story because I think the guessing is fun. So I made a couple of bears and I thought they were really cute. It's actually something when I first started crocheting that my kiddo requested. So I made her a very poorly bear when I was first getting started. So proud of it though, because that was a lot of work. And then during internship, it just kind of came to me. I'd been crocheting some hats and like beanies. And I realized like a lot of the people need comfort items. And so I was like, I can do that. I have a lot of yarn. And so I started making just like a couple of them. And then a few people, like, this is just how it works. Like, it kind of takes off and people are like, oh, that's cool. And anyway, I ended up giving a lot of crochet bears as gifts when I left my internship. So because I'd been making so many for so like many days in a row, and I, excuse me, sorry, I don't know what's up with that. Part of the way my like particular combination of neurodivergent conditions, part of what happens is that I really have a hard time with change, like a very hard time with change, but it's like I always anticipated, like I know it's going to happen. And so I've gotten better at preparing for it. But in this particular case, I was like slightly not prepared for how big the change was when I left internship. And as the day of like it ending got closer, I was like, what am I going to actually do? Because I've been crocheting like hats and bears and like, what am I supposed to do now? I don't want to just stop. And I was actually joking about this with somebody before I left, and I was like, you know what? Like, maybe I'll just keep making bears. Whatever, I'll find a spot for them. So anyway, that's a long story, but that's what happened, and so I've just been making bears since. So, I'm sorry. My last hint is that I began making this collection of bears around the middle of May. I'm just saying, I'm going to say the middle of May because I did give away a few as gifts as well, because I had given some as teachers' gifts, and then I gave some for Mother's Day, and then I gave some for, I don't remember what else it was, someone's birthday or something. So I've given away like at least 7 bears since I got started. So later on, we'll add 7 bears to the count. So whatever number you have in your head, add 7 to it. Okay, let's get started on counting. I'm really excited actually because I've not been keeping track, and we are totally counting this yellow bear. I don't think I can zoom out anymore on this. Oh, I zoomed in. No, I wanted to zoom out. Okay, so I have here, of course, the top of this. I have this right here that I'm going to pile them on as we count, and then I also have this plastic bin, which is going to be a great place to store them because, of course, it has a lid, and I can kind of like just keep everything clean and confined and not in my closet for a little bit because they're taking up too much space. There's a lot of them. Okay, we shall count. This right here, we'll start with this, you know, this beautiful yellow one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh, 9, 9, okay, 10, 11, this is my kiddos, so cute, right? Sorry, 11, 12, 13, 14, I really like this one, 14, 15, stack this here, oh there you go, maybe, yeah, 15, 16, 17, should move my coffee. There's only one sip left. Okay, okay. Okay, we're at 18. 19. 20. Super soft. 20. 21. Okay, we're gonna start putting them here. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. This is ridiculous. 26. 27 and 28 because it came from the same skein, which is kind of cool too because you can see it's like an ombre. I just go the other way. Yeah, no, I think that's right. It just like really, yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh. I'm really gonna lose track. Okay. I should really stop distracting myself because I knew this was gonna happen. I think I'm at 28, but now I'm second guessing myself, so we're gonna do a 0. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Was I trying to cheat? I only counted 26. Okay, 26. 27. You're gonna look back on the video and be like, what? 28. 29. And 30. They're all waving hello, of course. 30. That's an easy number to remember, Jessie. Okay. We're going to move this because this is actually supposed to go under my bed, and when it's that full of bears, I cannot use this for my bed. Did you think we were done? No, we got more. 30. Oh, I did not know there was extra here. This is ready for another little raccoon bear, huh? Okay. Oosh. I was being all dramatic during it. Okay. We were at 30. Yeah. 31. 32. 33. It's a smaller one. Really cute. 33. Stop it, Jessie. 33. 34. 35, and 36. 37, 38, 39, 40. Oh, Snickers. Hi, Bubba. We call her Snickers Bear, but she doesn't count as a bear. But Snickers, come over here on camera if you want. So I don't know. Okay. 40? 41. This one's kind of silly looking. I really like her though. 41. 42. 43. Look how cute this one is. 44. And my nanny, 45. Cute. I'm gonna count this one even though it's not technically a bear, but I've made it in the same frame. My little alien. It's the exact same thing as the bear. You just make the head a little bigger, and then instead of doing ears, you know, do some antennas. And it's nice because you don't actually have to make a snout. You just like embroider those little, anyway. I've lost track again at where I was. I think this would be like 39, so we're gonna go with that. Plus the 7 that I mentioned earlier that I've given as gifts since then. Oh my gosh, that's way too many bears for a single person. Yeah, this is funny and a great representation of how I get stuck on one thing and how I don't know, I just enjoy doing things with texture and the way things feel. And I love having gifts. So, okay, now I get to put all these in here and find a place for them for now. I do have a home for a lot of these. I'm not selling them, I'm donating them. A lot of them are gifts. Yeah, they'll be either gifts or donations. So I'm really excited about that. Maybe one day I'll do a giveaway or something. I'm not really sure if that's something people are interested in. Let me know. Let me know if that is. Okay, but that's our whole video today. I will be posting this, like, I'll actually like make this live like available to watch. Yeah, okay, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I crochet a lot and it's nice to be able to share my work somewhere, because this is a ridiculous amount of work, and it's also the way I've been relaxing and like merging my creativity and like things that I don't know, like just enjoy doing. Like, okay, these are all gonna tumble over. But this bear, this giant one, I think is the one I'm most proud of. Even though I sewed it on backwards, and it's obviously, I feel like it's booty. I will turn it around, I just haven't yet, but the amount of different yarns that I used in this is like my favorite thing so far, because it hi, it looks like it's so okay, again, I'm gonna have to turn it this way so you don't, because see, like in the back, this is where I change the color a lot of times, so this is definitely supposed to be the front. Look at all of the different textures that are in here. This is a, you know, blanket yarn, soft and stretchy, velvet. I don't know what you even call this. It's like, I don't know, reminds me of grass, of course, because it's green. Thank you. And what else? More blanket yarn. Oh, this fuzzy. It's like a fuzzy, like a hair, like a fake hair. And then this is just like classic brunette blanket. Anyway, so just like, oh, and then this last one is like this really odd extra fuzzy thing that I doubled up because it's really thin. So anyway, sensory bear. I didn't realize that like mixing all of these different textures would be so satisfying. And it really reminds me of like, you know, those tapestries, and I don't know if that's what they're called, from like the 70s. Or 80s maybe even. My mom had had made a bunch of them when she was in college, and they're like a bunch of different, like, they'd be like a different shaped thing, and they'd be like different textures and color yarns, and they would just be kind of like looped in there into like a pattern, and sometimes with like tassels and stuff. So that's what this reminds me of. Okay, so we decided that we had, this is awful that I can't remember the number. I think it was 57 bears. 57 bears. So Alien does not go actually in the box because this is mine. I love this. I'm gonna make another one. I'm gonna make one out of gray yarn that I already have. So it'll have a gray buddy. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna put all these in the bin here, and I'll figure out like where exactly to store them, but I think most of them will fit in here. But probably not all of them because there are so many of them. And obviously, this is staying out. This one's mine also. And then this is my kids. And then this one also is my kids. Called for, I told you. They all actually do have homes. Just some people don't know it yet. And later on, today or tomorrow, I'll finish crocheting the ears and attach this for our most recent bear. Super fun, right? She matches me. Okay, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'm supposed to say to do the things. You know what those things are. What all the people say when you watch their videos. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate you being here. I'll do more. I think going live is really fun because I feel like it's, for me, it's less pressure because I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about editing the thing. I can just do the thing. And anyway, okay, thank you again. Have a wonderful afternoon. Take care of yourself. Stay out of the heat or bring some water with you because remember, medications act differently when it's hot outside. That's my tip. And I hope you have a great day. Take care of yourself.